Hey everybody, Mike Lawson here with Fit Exec. On the show today, we have Mr. Mike Kelly, former CEO of PSCU, talking about making fitness a priority to excel your career. Check it out. What are some of the things that you do to stay fit that keeps you on top?
Good question, Mike. This is one of my favorite topics, so I really appreciate being here. For me, there's many paths, many ways to create these outcomes we all need.
Yeah.
But the bigger question in my mind is why. It's sort of what you do, and there's how you do it. But why, if you can answer that question, that seems to be sustainable and keeps you going. Mm-hmm. So my answer to why, I think, is a sheer question. Just professionally, great executives know how to get a return on their assets. Mm-hmm. And you have to have clarity that you, the leader, the employee, the teammate, are an asset. Mm-hmm. And so how are you investing in yourself? Why are you investing in yourself? And that's really where I start, Michael, is why. I was given the gift of energy naturally, and these are long strategies. So if I'm going to be successful for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, I have to be able to sustain that. I'm lucky and blessed to be a father, a husband, a friend, and a professional, and a leader, a chief executive. All those roles demand I'm there for us, and that's really my why. We get one shot at life. I want to be fit, I want to be healthy, and I want to get a great return on me because I'm counted upon by all my loved ones and teammates and colleagues and industry.
Exactly. So in a few of the other videos I've done, some of the folks have said, if you don't have your health, you got nothing, basically. And so that's where it all starts, basically.
Absolutely, I concur.
Indeed. And so what are the things? I know you're a runner, and I mean, what types of things do you do to stay fit that give you that and that keep that natural energy going to take you to that next level?
So I love to ride my bike. That was sort of my history. So I was a cyclist.
Oh, wow.
And I've adapted. I've had to adapt. My role at PSCU was very demanding. And you find yourself as that executive, the busy person, you're trying to do more in your constricted hours. So I had to adapt. I couldn't go out for 2-hour bike rides anymore. So I've fallen in love with training in the gym.
Oh, really? Okay, you're a gym rat now.
Yeah, so not really the CrossFit yet, but the body confusion, weight training, full cardio circuit. So we do a bunch, and you just keep your body confused. And I work out often with a trainer.
Oh, okay.
And here's why. So it's about your ROTI, return on time invested.
Oh, I love it.
That as a busy executive, it occurred to me, geez, I've got 45 minutes per day to work out. How productive can I be in that 45 minutes? And so the investment in the trainer increased my productivity 2 and 3x. I can't bring myself to those levels alone day after day after day. One, it's not my expertise. 2, you're a human.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to skip out on it. I have a meeting, I have to be here. So I love working with a trainer because it's scheduled, there's a social contract, and they're the professional who just keep it interesting, keep you moving. And to be that productive, Michael, I'd have to work out by myself for 90 minutes.
Really? Oh,
so yeah. They just bring you to a new level. And so that's really when I learned to invest that way. I had incredible outcomes.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you brought up the kind of the time management aspect of this, because a lot of us, like you said, we're husbands, we're fathers, we're wives, they got so much personal life, and then there's the professional on top of it.
Correct.
Where do you find the time? And then, because it's like, what are you? I mean, are you like the morning guy? Are you like lunchtime or evening? When do you get this done? When do you squeeze in your workout time?
So it depends on what's going on, but for me, it's not an option. I don't fit it in. It's prioritized.
Okay, I like that.
And so in my mind, life, and certainly being an executive, is about trade-offs. Everything's interesting. You could fill your day up. You don't have enough time for it all. I was unwilling, I currently am unwilling to trade my health for much of anything else. And so I schedule it. Like I schedule all the important things. It's on my calendar at 2:30 every day. I go, I work out, and I make it happen. Now, if I'm traveling, I think, which happens a lot, right? I'm always on a plane. I shift my priority. So, Michael, when I'm home, I'm trying to stay fit and get fitter. When I'm traveling, I shift.
Okay.
And now I think, okay, I just need to maintain. So I build those into rest days, recovery days, and I really focus on nutrition on the road. So I eat well.
So important.
Nutrition, 70% of our fitness level is nutrition. So again, great return on time invested. You're traveling for a reason. You're out there with clients, customers, teams, whatever it is. Maintain. It's hard to, I imagine, to get fitter on the road.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Don't backslide, which is easy to do with restaurants and parties and everything else. So I changed my perspective.
Okay, yeah, because that rich food and then time in the airports and lack of sleep, all that stuff, it adds up, especially if you travel a lot. And there's a lot of folks out there that travel. I mean, because I've talked to a few folks and they go, well, before I go on a trip, I see if there's any like running routes. I see if they have a gym at the hotel, a pool, or whatever. Do you do the same thing?
I do, and I try to have the little travel hacks, as it were. Atlanta Airport, it's underappreciated. It's 1,000 feet between terminals, whatever it is, 1,000 cars. A 5-minute walk. You've got your briefcase and you've got your suitcase. Instead of rolling them, carry them.
Yep.
And walk from terminal A to D. That's 20 minutes extra, and you got a little bit more activity than you otherwise would have.
Yeah, get that heart rate up before you get on the plane.
Right.
I love it. Yeah, that is a very spread out airport.
Walk up the escalator instead of standing on the escalator. Pick those suitcases. You're doing a farmer's carry, just like you're in the gym.
Indeed. Wow, great advice. I mean, so, so what else do you do? I mean, so you got the workout in the middle of the day. You travel, you kind of cut back on eating. What types of food do you eat to kind of maintain that energy level? Because a lot of us around the middle of the afternoon, we kind of get the baby head wobble and trying to stay awake after the lunch food coma. What things do you do that you can pass on?
I try to, so this is a journey for me. So this is my greatest area of opportunity.
Okay.
I'm not a foodie. I think about it like it's energy. If you could just put it in a blender, Michael, and let me drink it for energy, I would do it. So I have to really try hard to be good at this, but it's 70% of the equation, so you have to. I go the other way.
Okay.
I try to avoid things. It's a smaller list. Sugar, avoid it.
Okay.
I used to have 3 years ago, I used to have one Coca-Cola a day. I loved it. Icy. I'd get that baby bobblehead.
Yes.
There is an incredible amount of sugar in those Cokes, Michael. The one a day was cereal. I'd go to Starbucks all the time. I'd have 3 lattes in a day. There was an incredible amount of sugar in there. I just was uneducated. I was ignorant. I cut out sugar in my diet, changed everything.
Really?
Yeah. So I do 3 things. I try to make sure half my plate is vegetables, whatever those vegetables are, half. I can keep track of that. I avoid sugar, as in every time I avoid it. And 3, I eat a piece of fish when I have the opportunity.
Okay. Good
Simple.
move. Good move. That kind of brings me to my next point, because you say you used to drink a Coke a day, the lattes. Was there a moment in your life where things changed for you, where you say, I got to stop doing this in order to get to that next level? And if so, what was it? And then how did you make that change? I mean, there's a lot of discipline there.
There is. I had my moment, data-driven. I'm a really data-driven guy.
Okay.
I think you've got to use that as an asset. I went to the doctor. I did the all-day executive physical, and they test your brain function. They test your cardio function. They do a nutrition journal for you. It's 6 hours out of your life. And then they present you the data. And the data will really, it's stunning.
Yeah.
And so the power of that, I looked at my numbers, I look at my lipids, I look at my waistline. It wasn't where I wanted to be. And Michael, I shifted my expectation. And so here I am, I'm a year into being CEO at PSCU. It was busy. We're blessed to have 3 teeny kids. Life is wonderful. But I had started to slide and get out of shape, and I had put on 40 extra pounds.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And until someone showed me the data and said, buddy, you're not going the right way, it really, Michael, it alarmed me. And I had shifted, well, I'm a dad. Well, I'm a busy executive. No. That's not the right perspective. So they showed me the data, and Michael, it annoyed me. I'll be honest with you. I just thought, boy, that is unacceptable.
Right.
I'm going the wrong way. And so it really motivated me, and I sought expert help, and that's really when I connected with the trainer. And I said, look, I'm a civilian on this front. I'm an athlete. I like to think of myself like that.
Yeah.
But I'm going the wrong way. Help me. And that's where I realized I can't get this productive on my own. So the return on time invested. And so that I was getting ready to turn 40. 6 months from when I had my first training session. And at that point, I thought, I am getting under a certain weight. And it was 40 pounds later, and I did it. I beat my goal by 4 pounds.
Right on.
So it was kind of that 40-year-old moment. And I haven't looked back since. It's just become an ingrained, sustainable part of not just my life, but my beautiful wife, Jessica. We try to be a fit family. We brought it into the workplace, had great transformation at PSCU, so just on and on. It's one of those deals where it's why my favorite subject. Where's the downside of this?
Exactly. There isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't. So, to wrap things up here, Mike, what advice do you have for folks out there that are looking to get to the next level by being healthy? It seems like such a no-brainer as we're talking about, but it's such an easy thing to put on the shelf and go, I'll do that later. But then 10 years, 20 years, 30 years passes and it doesn't happen. And you wonder why, what's going on. What type of advice do you have for folks out there looking to get healthy, to get to that next level in their career?
My advice, no matter what you do, be it yoga, riding your bike, find something that you can be passionate about so that you'll do it. So I don't think there's one recipe, and you probably have to keep changing. At times I've been a runner. At times I've been a cyclist. At times right now, I love being in the gym.
Okay.
So whatever that is. My advice, it has to be a priority. It just has to.
Yeah.
And if it's not, if you try to fit it in, your time will get taken, it won't happen, and you won't get a great return on you. And as a leader, as an executive, there are thousands and thousands of people counting on you to be great at what you do.
Exactly.
And so you have to take that responsibility to yourself and to your teams and to your family very responsibly and invest. It's not an option. It's not an option. And so I'll give you an example of that.
Sure.
I love to be up early. I get up at 5:30 every day, and there is no burn-in time. I'm not groggy. I'm right there. And so the return on time invested just keeps paying dividends. I don't always get it right. I'm journeying like everybody else. You make mistakes. You have peaks and valleys. But boy, once you get into it and you can find your colleagues and family to keep going and challenging each other, it just becomes an ingrained part of your life. And no longer an option.
Exactly.
So my advice would be prioritize it. Make sure you make time every day to do a little something, get that heart going, and you'll see fantastic results.
Fantastic. Great message to end on, Mike. Thank you so much. These great words to live. I love the prioritization of it all. Then it becomes ingrained in your life, and it's just something you do, and it's great. That's the way it should be. So thank you so much. This has been fantastic. Look forward to posting this one.